Hi everyone, this is Tanya Gibbs from Psycho Mom Scrapbooks. I just wanted to share with you this canvas that I made last night for my sister-in-law, or I may keep it for myself. My husband says I need to, but anyway, it is a raw canvas, and I picked it up relatively cheap. I found them at one of the department stores on clearance for $3, so I went ahead and got it. And then the background is painted with the glimmer mist that I've been making lately. I've showed some other videos where I've used it. It was a pinkish color along with it had a bronze colored glimmer in it. And I spritzed it all over the canvas, which was kind of a waste because you can't really see it, but you can see the shine where the canvas is exposed. Then once it all dried, I went over it with some off-white acrylic paint that I watered down, and I just kind of brushed it on liberally. But then I took my palm of my hand, and I'm going to be zooming in and out with this, so please pardon the camera shake, but I patted it down with my hand so that you would get this marble effect that you see here in this part of the canvas. I hope you can see it really good in the video, but I wanted it to be very marbly because I wanted it to have that look of an old, like an old bathroom painting or something. To me, this paper from Prima is very vintage. This is from their, I think it's Butterfly Flights or Flights and Fancy or something collection, but it's the one that has, it's the tan color, and it has the fruits of the spirit written all over it, which I absolutely love anyway. Then these flowers here are the ones that I showed you how to make earlier in the week. They're the carnation type flowers. These were the ones that I had made, and I went ahead and glued them onto the canvas as well, and then made a little fan with the vintage lace. The lace is actually tucked up here behind the canvas, and I have I've ripped it and pulled it down. That was a technique that I learned from Marion Smith on the Prima site, and I've done that all the way around. And of course I've stained it with the Tim Holtz distressing inks. I think I used burlap and walnut. Then this is a vintage tag that I made with my homemade sprays, and it was mostly a walnut or a sepia stain, and then I added some gold colored iridescent ink to it, and that's what made it this bronzy kind of shiny look. And then these stamps along here were from Basic Gray. And then the family stamp, I think, is Inka Dinka Doo, but I'm not sure, but it just says family. And then this was just some cheap burgundy lace that I found. These are the glass butterflies that I told you I've did the tutorial from Following the Paper Trail, and this is one of the Martha Stewart punches, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but they look very glassy. Let's see if I can focus in on it. They look really glassy. There we go. And down here, this will give you a better close-up of that flower. And then, of course, the bling is the, I think it's the Renaissance bling. It was black, and then I cut it apart. It was one solid piece. I cut it apart, put half of it over here and half over here. I didn't want to waste missing some of it by covering it up with the flowers. And then these are just some little paper leaves here that were dipped in a green color. And then around the edges, I distressed them with the burgundy, just kind of pulling that burgundy a little bit. And then over here, this is my precious little baby. And then down here, the butterflies are really interesting. These were cut from my Cricut cartridge, and they were cut out of black paper, and then I sprayed that bronze iridescent paint over the top of it. And then I put them in the wet UT, the heated up UT, and they look like glass as well. But that kind of brought in the black as well from the beads, but it also brought in the bronze color. I hope you can see them. And then, of course, there's lace all around the back side. So that is my layout. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please check out my other videos to find out how I made some of these flowers and things that you see here. Thanks a lot. There's a Focus it again. There we go. There's a nice shot of the layout. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it.